this. I don't need this. Oh, hello. Welcome once again to Stuff and Things, where I like to talk about stuff and occasionally the things. I'm your good friend Bradley, and today is a very pleasant Sunday Stuff and Things. And on this pleasant Sunday Stuff and Things, we have many stuff and things to talk about, including upcoming videos, things that you can look forward to on Stuff and Things and Stuff and Things Plays. I will talk a little bit about a box opening that will shock you. Where did I put that box? The contents of this box will shock you. We'll talk a little bit about the fact that I have started once again to try to do some voiceover work. It's been kind of fun. A little bit about a short film that I'm working on with Diamond. And then of course we have your questions, comments, and feedback in hashtag askstuffandthings. So let's get into it. Okay, upcoming videos. Guitar update. This is gonna be just a quick one, just really quickly showing you guys what I've been up to for, I don't know, the last 4 or 5 months. I can't remember when was the last time I did a guitar update. I think I did the comparison of the Fender Telecaster with my Les Paul Special, but as far as an update, I think that was when I was complaining about not being able to stand up while playing guitar. So I did a little update. I've been following a new course, learning how to play lead, kind of a very basic foundational course on playing lead and solos. So I talk about that and some other little breakthroughs I've had. That video will be coming out this Wednesday, so look forward to that. We are going to have next Wednesday the video about how and why you should ream your pipe. Someone pointed out, like, hey, didn't you already do a video on this? And I did, but it was 7 years ago, so I just thought it was time to revisit that. I might revisit some other things that were in the guide to pipe essing that I posted way back when. Some of that stuff I may not even believe or agree with anymore. Things change, experience changes, and maybe I've rethought some of those things, some of the methods I use, so we'll see about revisiting some of those. I have a couple new blends that I'm gonna be showing you soon, and then of course we have Elden Ring every Monday, Wednesday, and Saturday on Stuff and Things Plays. I still don't know how much longer that game is. I'm enjoying every minute of it, but it's really long. We're over 150 episodes now, but all of them have been amazing, so check that out on Stuff and Things Plays, please. All right, gang, as most of you know, if you live in Washington State, you cannot have good things shipped to you, and so this is from my special supplier. It is an order that I made through them. And I just thought I'd show you what my typical order is. So we're gonna open this up. Thumbnail. Okay, we're chopping this baby open. Let me show you. You're gonna be shocked. You're gonna be totally shocked by what is in this box. Flabbergasted. You will never be able to guess what is in this box. Here we go. Packing materials. Okay, first of all, you may have been able to guess this, I guess, but we have pipe cleaners. Normal pipe cleaners, 2 bundles. We also have, hold on, pipe cleaners. 3 more bundles of pipe cleaners. These are the Extra Fluffy by BJ Long. But you know, that's not what we're talking about here. Let me show you what else. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 tins in here. The first tin, get ready for it. Elizabethan. You may have been able to guess that, but you will never guess the next one. It's kind of captured in here in the packaging. It is Elizabethan. Okay, so you may have been able to guess that, but you'll never guess the third one. Hold on. Okay, yeah, Elizabethan, again, third one. Hold on. We have 4 more tins in here, if I can get them out of the packaging materials. Okay, what about the 4th one? Yeah, also Elizabethan. Okay, but the 5th one, that one is gonna surprise you. You'll never have guessed, you never would have guessed that I would have this in this box. Elizabethan, yet again. What about the 6th one? Wait for it. Yeah, Elizabethan again. But the seventh one is this. It is Old Ironsides. People have asked me to review a blend. Oh, it's not showing up on the camera there. Okay, there we go. People have asked me to review a blend from this series. This is Dan T. People have asked me to review blends from Dan T, and I have not gotten around to any of them yet, but I did grab a tin of Old Ironsides. So this will be one that we're doing pretty soon. I have a couple other tins of some other things too that may go in front of this, we'll see. But I know a lot of you have been asking me about these Dan T's, and so I got one to review for you. So, some of you may or may not know that I was somewhat interested in pursuing voice acting as kind of a side hustle, a way to make a little extra money. And I kind of got into it, I don't know, a couple years ago. I was looking into the website Voices. I did some demos and things like that, but then I didn't really pursue it. It's just, I'm always very busy and it takes some time to audition for things, and you can't audition for everything on there. They have a subscription or a paid membership where you can audition to all sorts of different things, and they'll put you in front of more casting agents, or casting directors. But if you are doing a free version like I am, there are only certain jobs that you can apply for and you can audition. But a few weeks ago, I was like, you know what? Let me do this. I did these demos. I think I can do the job, or at least some of the jobs. And so I just started going through and applying for everything that I could. And a lot of stuff is like African-American male, age 35 to 45. And I was like, probably shouldn't try to do that. I mean, I could probably do a voice that might sound convincing, but probably shouldn't. But I did some for like Hispanic male, because you can be white and have like a Hispanic accent. That's fine, that's okay. A lot of like Australian and Irish and all sorts of different accents, some of which I can do to varying degrees of success, Canadian, things like that. And I just started auditioning and auditioning and auditioning. And it's really weird because it's kind of it's a world I don't know that much about, and I haven't been able to glean tons of information off the website. And I'm pretty good with, you know, audio equipment and recording and stuff like that, but I don't know exactly what they're looking for as far as like the kind of audio, the quality of the audio, whether or not they want any effects or anything like that. Sometimes they'll specify things in their job listings. But anyway, I was kind of trying to navigate through all that, figuring that I probably wouldn't get anything, but I would just keep trying and sort of get better at auditioning, and then maybe eventually I would get some work from there. And I actually did book something and got paid a whole whopping, I think it was like $100 or something. Of course, it was only for like, you know, what was it, 10 words, 15 words or something like that. And so yeah, I got my very first voice acting gig through voices.com, and I'm hoping to do some more. It's fun, it's kind of weird. There's a lot of corporate stuff where they're doing internal corporate videos and they want like, do a Rocky Balboa sort of character, but he's actually a cartoon kangaroo that we're gonna put in this video. And I keep thinking, how horrible it would be to work in a corporate environment like that where people are treating you like children and making you watch cartoons about a boxing kangaroo. But all that aside, even though that's most of the work, it's still kind of fun. And whenever I have the time, I am going to be auditioning on Voices. If any of you out there, casting directors, talent scouts, or I don't know exactly who even books jobs for these kinds of things, but I'm on Voices. So let me know. It's been fun. And finally, another reason why I haven't had a ton of time lately is Diamond and I are working on a short film idea of hers. She wrote a short film script and she wanted us to kind of whip it up and maybe try to enter it into some film festivals and things like that. She's gone to a couple film festivals for screenwriting and has actually won first place in some film festivals for her screenwriting. But we thought it would be fun to do a short film. I have some experience with cameras and video work and editing and stuff, so it seemed like a good fit. And I was interested in film when I went to college initially. That'll actually get into one of the questions we have in Sunday Stuff and Things, or Ask Stuff and Things. But yeah, we've been working on that. I've been trying to get a shot list going, and we're gonna be filming tomorrow. We basically have one day. We are not permitted or we do not have permits for where we're going to try to film, and so we'll see what happens. We're gonna kind of go in there guerrilla style and try to whip it out in a few hours and hope that nobody kicks us out. And I don't know, we'll see. It's gonna be fun though. I haven't done anything like that in a long, long time, like a creative project like that. So I'm really looking forward to just kind of seeing how it goes and editing and everything, doing something that isn't just, you know, this kind of content every single week. And obviously this isn't for the YouTube channel, but it'll just be fun to see what happens. And I'll let you know. Maybe if we eventually put it up somewhere, put it online, or if it goes to festivals, maybe I will let you guys know where you can find it and you can watch it yourselves. All right, but now gang, it is time for hashtag #AskStuffandThings. Remember, if you have a question for me and you would like it answered on the Sunday Stuff and Things, tweet at SAT Bradley with the hashtag #AskStuffandThings. Or if you are a Patreon supporter, you can write to me via Patreon and go to the front of the line. If you give a super thanks, you'll go to the front of the line on YouTube, or you can leave comments on YouTube videos with your questions, comments, and feedback. So first, this week from YouTube and Roger Stray Dog, Roger says, what did you major in at college? Where? Well, I majored initially in film at USC, and then I switched my major to philosophy and fine art. Next, Ashes of the Phoenix. Hey, Bradley dude, you ever play any of the Elder Scrolls games? If so, which one is your favorite? Thank you for the question, Ashes of the Phoenix. I have played most of the main ones. I started with Morrowind on the original Xbox, and I loved that. Then I played Oblivion on PC when that first came out. Yeah, and then I played Skyrim like several times. I played Oblivion and Skyrim several times. I have soured on Bethesda, the company that makes the Elder Scrolls games now. I don't think they've really done anything good for a very long time. I didn't love Fallout 4. I really did love Fallout 3 when it came out, and then I played Fallout 4 and it just wasn't really working for me, and then they put out that atrocious Fallout 76. They always seem to try to nickel and dime people for expansions and DLC and stuff, and I don't know. I don't know if I trust Bethesda. They're supposed to be coming out with that game. I can't even remember what the heck it's called now. It's basically Fallout in space, and then another Elder Scrolls game was probably still a decade away, who knows, even though Skyrim came out in, what, 2011? It's been, is it 2011? Anyway, it's been like almost a dozen years since the last Skyrim came out, since the last Elder Scrolls came out, and it's probably gonna be another 10 years until another one comes out, so I don't know. I've kind of soured on Bethesda, but I loved Skyrim, I loved Morrowind, and Oblivion. It's probably too long of an answer for that question. Next, we have some feedback from last week's Sunday Stuff and Things. This is from John Galdieri. Loving the Elden Ring series. Thank you. I am up to episode 90 or so. I actually got a PS5 last week. Excellent, John. My local Best Buy got 3 of them in. Wow, are they still that hard to get? That's crazy. The newer version is lighter than the first model. Oh, that's interesting, because the first one is a behemoth, a beast. I have been hooked on a fishing game called Fishing Planet. Northern New Jersey loves you. Thank you, John. Thank you very much. I'm glad you got your PS5. Next, from Old Hollywood Briar, in ancient times, the way you graduated school was to recite the work of Homer in its entirety. Can you imagine having to memorize the whole book? They did it by singing it. You can find modern versions of it being sung, very much worthwhile to hear them. Great read. Interesting, I've heard things like this. I don't know exactly where you mean and in which ancient times, but you know, that would be schooling in, you know, Japan hundreds of years ago would basically be reciting Confucius and things like that. So similar. Next, from THW Woodcraft. Much thanks for the M movie suggestion. I enjoyed it. Very cool that someone actually watched a movie that I recommended they watch and they liked it. If you weren't here last week, I said that I had just watched M by Fritz Lang, and it was amazing. From 1931, really good film. Okay, we have feedback from the Esoterica Peacehaven review, the full review, which posted last Wednesday. Check it out if you haven't. Rich Newman says, apricot makes sense. So I mentioned that in the first impressions video, I didn't really notice that there was a very obvious apricot smell and flavor, and then by the time I did the full review, it was very apparent to me. Actually, probably the second time I ever essed it, I noticed it. But anyway, apricot makes sense. It's in Dorchester, and I love that blend. I don't care for Stonehaven, too strong for my taste, so I traded it for 3 bags of Dorchester to set me for a while. Good trade if you got something you like better. Big Country Briar says, I never enjoyed aromatic or topped blends until Peacehaven. I wanted a delicious Virginia and was not happy at how overpowering the apricot, yes Bradley, smelled. It smelled like an apricot bomb. My displeasure continued with my first few S's, but then right as I was sure this wasn't a blend for me, it all changed. How could they get this blend so wrong when they're clearly blending masters? They didn't. Clearly out of my comfort zone, but clearly a masterful blend, if not the example of how an aromatic or topped blend should be done. Not to mention the lingering sweet and sour aftertaste is incredible as well. Send what's remaining to me. Nice vid, B. And if you saw the review, and I'm glad you ended up liking it, nice comment there, Big Country Briar. But if you saw the review, I didn't hate it, and I didn't even say I disliked it. I just didn't enjoy it as much as the other Esoterica blends that I've had. And basically, I just don't really like aromatic blends. And so if something is obviously aromatic, I'm gonna like it less. But maybe it's a testament to how good Germain is and how good the Esoterica blends are that I still am perfectly fine with that blend. I'm gonna finish the bag. It's just not my favorite. But if this were a different aromatic from a different company, I probably wouldn't even want to finish it. So take from that what you will. And finally, from Blue Max, kind of funny. I like it, and it has an almost spiced apple cider vinegar profile. I have some with a bit of age on it, and it is really different tasting than fresh out of the bag. Thanks for taking the time for the review. And thank you for taking the time to write in. And thank you all for watching, for subscribing and commenting and all that good stuff. But now, it is time for the very best part of the show, and that is where we thank our Patreon supporters. Remember, if you would like to support the channels on Patreon, there is a link in the comment or in the description box below. You'd think I'd know that by now. And it is super, super appreciated. It helps pay for the fancy camera that is filming this video, the lights that are shining upon me, blends like old Ironsides for review. I didn't get this sent to me. I bought this myself. And every week, we like to thank those who support the channels at $25 or more a month with a special shout out. People like Kirk Crompton, Glenn Dunnington, Jason Buckner, Gloria Phillips, MDoftheNorth, David Gaudreau, Nick Papageorgio, John Tice, and Finn O'Hagan. And of course, the Maniacs, the crazy people who support the channels at $100 a month. People like, well, the person like Bob Magee, stolid and dependable. Thank you, Bob. And of course, we can never forget our good friend and dearly departed Hall of Fame member, Peter Straub. Gang, thank you all so much for your support. Thank you all so much for watching. Please stay tuned for the this video. Guitar progress update video posting this Wednesday. The following Wednesday, pipe reaming. The Wednesday after that, I'm not sure. We're gonna be getting into old Ironsides. I have some other blends that we're gonna be reviewing soon as well. Lots of good stuff coming up on the channels. I still need to do a Timeless Style video again soon, but those take so much time and I haven't had that much time during these weekends lately. So anyway, thank you all so much for watching. Until next time, until we meet again, I've been your good friend Bradley. You've been the Stuff and Things on a very pleasant Sunday, Stuff and Things. I'll see you later.